Good morning. Welcome to First Local for Thursday, November the 5th. One more day. Yeah. Baby Friday. One more day till we hit Friday.
Baby Friday. We're almost there.
Yes, we're getting there.
Yeah.
You're going away, so
looking forward to
one
my
more
long
day till
weekend.
you go away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be nice. The weather, of course, is still shaping up to stay well above seasonal.
Yeah.
I'll have those details coming up later on in the show.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I went down for a walk at Bellevue Park yesterday. Mm-hmm. Watched the sunset because it's so early now. It was like 5 o'clock.
Oh yeah, you don't got to stay out till like 10 o'clock at night.
No. You can actually see the sunset before dinner, which will be like that for way too long. But anyways, It was beautiful down there.
Yeah.
And it was funny. There was this mother, and she was with her kid, and she had her. She sort of bent down and had her camera, and the kid picked up a bunch of leaves and then threw it on the mom.
Okay,
yeah,
nice.
It was funny.
That makes for a good picture if you can get it too.
Yeah. I'm sure she's getting either a video or a photo of that kid throwing leaves on her, but there's leaves everywhere.
Oh, there is. Like they finally, the tree in front of my house now, they're all finally down, so I can kind of clean up a few of them.
Yeah.
I leave some of them around just because it's good for the grass and that and the earth. But now the last few years I couldn't even get, like, they weren't all down before we had snow. Yeah. Right? Like, so this year finally at least can clean them up.
Well, we had snow twice, but now we're warming up a bit.
That's right. And we haven't had anything sustained to stay in the ground or. So.
Yeah. I remember, was it last week? The weekend before I woke. Oh, the Halloween weekend.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Woke up on November the 1st there a couple days ago, and just everything was covered. So.
Yes.
Okay, so today's going to be a little different with regards to programming. Today is the Ontario budget. So Doug Ford will not be doing his normal press conference, but later on today we will also carry the Ontario budget. When it happens, obviously the budget this year is going to be slightly different because of COVID-19. When Ford was elected, he wanted to balance the budget.
That's right.
Obviously, COVID-19 changed that just a smidge.
Throwing a monkey wrench in there.
Just a little bit, yeah. So we're going to find out how bad it actually is today. They're still giving only rough numbers too in this budget because obviously things are so fluid with what's going on with COVID-19. So
that's good.
But speaking of COVID-19, we now have case 47 here in the Algoma district. We can confirm that this case is in the Sault Ste. Marie and area. Algoma Public Health splits up the entire Algoma region into 4 different regions. All of the recent cases have all been in Sault Ste. Marie area and not in the 3 other regions. This one is from international travel, which makes 2 of the last 3 cases international travel. Not sure how that's. I'm not sure exactly how that is. Maybe it's an essential worker that's driving back and forth over the border, and
that's the thing,
because the U.S. would be considered international travel. Anything outside the country.
That's right. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to another country outside that's not the U.S., like say Europe or something, right?
Yeah, there's nothing to say it wasn't someone from Australia.
Right.
Let's say they got a job here, they came here, and they brought COVID with them. Or it could be someone that just goes over the border here into the U.S. We don't know. International travel to Algoma Public Health means basically anywhere but Canada. This person was actually tested on the 4th yesterday.
Again with these quick tests.
I don't get this either.
In here, I expect this maybe in Toronto or something, but
I don't understand how they're turning tests around so fast. But anyways, the last 4 tests have been done like literally the day before. The person's self-isolating. If you were in close contact, you've already been contacted by Algoma Public Health last night. But they are asking you to do the following. If you're ill at all, even with mild symptoms, stay home and isolate from others. Don't have much contact with people outside your immediate household. Practice social distancing, which is staying 2 meters away or 6 feet. Limit non-essential trips out of your home. Avoid non-essential travel, even to other regions in the province. Obviously, because there's hotspots in Toronto and Ottawa and so on. And they're reminding people, because this is an international case, you must isolate for 14 days if you're coming from somewhere else outside the country.
Yes, absolutely. And let's shift over to Chippewa County on the American side for some update there on COVID-19. So the updated stats as of November 4th, Chippewa County has the following results: 7 new confirmed cases, 8 new probable cases, and 0 new recoveries. They have a total now of 237 confirmed and probable cases. 88 of those have recovered, which is 30 days past diagnosis or symptom onset, leaving 149 cases active in Chippewa County.
Speaking of Chippewa, now the American election is still undecided and probably won't be decided for at least a week, maybe longer. We're going to see a couple of recounts. Nevada hasn't released their numbers yet. Nevada actually is basically the decider right now. Whoever wins that is going to be the one that's going to be able to push over 270. I mean, Biden's right on 270 right now.
If he gets Nevada.
But that's with Nevada.
Yeah.
He's only at 270 with Nevada. So if Nevada switches to Trump, those votes will go to Trump. Trump will go over 270. Biden will go back down to 264. So it's very, very close. This is probably one of the closest elections we've had since Bush Gore.
Yes.
And we all remember the hanging chads and all of that.
That dragged on for 37 days.
Yes, until they finally stopped recounting. There's probably going to be a recount in Michigan as well. They haven't officially said it was, but probably will. But they have hired a special person to do the counting now in the U.S. So to do all the recounts, they've actually, you're going to see it up on your screen now. Yes, this is the counting expert that has now been called in. He's going to count every single vote in every single state and make sure it's right.
Oh, jeez.
So it could be a while because he's got to count every vote now. But he's in charge of the recount.
There you go.
Literally.
Like we couldn't predict any more surprises in the election.
I wasn't really all that surprised when I found that out. Yeah, my sister sent me that and said that's the person doing the recount. And I was like, yeah, sure, probably. All right, so just to deal with the Chippewa County results, Donald Trump won there with basically about 10,600 votes compared to Biden getting about 6,600. Senate, James won, the Republican. Congress, Bergman won. DeMoose won for 107th District. Chippewa County, Jim Martin, a Democrat, won that. For the 2nd District. The 3rd District, Republican Barron won that. 5th District, Republican Savoy won that. Kinross Township Supervisor is Republican Jim Moore. And then for the school board, there's a partial term because someone had resigned. And the two people that will be going on to the Sault Ste. Marie and Area School Board will be Lisa Young and Michelle Getz. So those are your winners in Chippewa County. But obviously those numbers for example, the Senate and all that go into the actual count for the whole state. But it was actually pretty accurate. Everyone who voted in Chippewa for whatever they voted for also won the state. So.
Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Okay, so we have a collision that happened yesterday morning at 3rd and Connaught Avenue. Residents have been asking for this intersection to become a 4-way stop for quite some time. There's no word at this point on any injuries or we're waiting on some updates on that. So that's all we can tell you at this point. But
yes, that was quite the crash. I mean, that car flipped.
The car's flipped,
yeah.
And
police haven't released any information yet on it.
Right.
So we're still waiting for official confirmation of what happened there. So some of you, your alarm clock rang a little early last night. Basically there was a really loud bang and people even in Echo Bay heard it, like how far away this was. And you can see on your screen a picture of, and just to clarify, it was not like a bomb going off or anything like that. No. We don't have official confirmation, but this is what happened when slag hits water. You get this big loud bang, and you can kind of see what's going on there. So this would have been connected most likely to Oklahoma Steel, dumping the sledge. Dumping the slag, and we'll get more to you when we find out. But that's most likely what it was. Because that's basically the only thing that could make something that loud that basically wasn't a literal bomb.
Yeah, and I mean, I did hear it last night. I was in the East End on patrol, and then I started to see all the posts. So I was like, okay, this is everywhere. So we have an update on a missing 16-year-old who has been found safe.
Finally, she's been missing since the 23rd of October, and she's found November the 4th.
With the flip-flops, Kaitana Byron has been located safely. No physical injuries, and she's no longer considered missing. So good news on that. Yeah, I'm absolutely amazed on that. Yeah, that's quite a while. Yeah, we also want you to remind you, check where you're parking downtown, and make sure you pay if you need to park where you're parking. There's plenty of places to park for free, but if you're parking in one of the spots where there is a parking meter, make sure you actually pay it. Now, if you do get a ticket, the good news is
you can actually pay your ticket with toys. So what happens is if you do get a ticket downtown, or for that matter anywhere in Sault, you can pay off your ticket by going to a toy store, buying a toy of the value of what the ticket cost was, and then you just take it down to City Hall and give them your toy instead of just paying the fine. So that's
actually, I got a call yesterday.
That's a great thing, by the way.
I'd
like to commend the city for doing that.
Yes, it's a good initiative. We got a call on KC security line yesterday from an irate gentleman who had a parking ticket issued, and it wasn't from us. So we had to tell them that you need to call the city and not KC security. Call them and scream at them because we only issue them on private property.
Yeah.
So just a reminder to anybody that's wondering that we don't issue any tickets on
only the police and bylaw are the ones
that's right. Commissionaires are doing the meters and stuff like that. So, all right, let's look at the camera out there. What do we have in store today? Well, there is City Hall off to the left. It is a little foggy, yeah. In a lot of areas, the fog did come in around 4 a.m. That'll burn off, though. We're going to see the sun come back, and it's going to warm up nicely once again. Still cooling down at night. We're going to drop down a little bit tonight, but I will have the details coming up, as well as the 3-day regional temperatures and all that after this break. Wirelesscom.ca is who sponsors our camera shots that you're seeing on your screen. So make sure you check their website out. We'll be right back after this short break. Stay tuned.
How can I help you?
Hi, I'm really worried about my sister. She doesn't leave her house much. She doesn't even come to our family things. I barely see her smile anymore.
Can you tell me a bit more about the situation?
I think her husband might be... I don't know. Whenever he's around, she's nervous, like she doesn't want to make a mistake.
Do you think that he might be hurting her?
I think so.
Okay, let's figure out how we can help your sister.
For all those times.
Every 3 seconds, someone will develop Alzheimer's, a fatal disease that steals your memories and makes you forget the people you love most. Fortunately, there is hope. Today, researchers believe a cure is just a few years away.
It's okay, Daddy, you can go. Just go.
For just $9 a month, you can fund research for a cure and make history by ending this disease.
What's life without making a few mistakes down the road, a few sharp turns, and doing things for what we adore but might regret later? A trip to Chuck's Roadhouse isn't one of them. With melt-in-your-mouth AAA steaks, buttery lobster tail, half-priced apps after 9 p.m., an ice-cold draft with all your Roadhouse favorites. Chuck's Roadhouse. Food the way it ought to be, priced the way it used to.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local on your Thursday, November the 5th. Hope everybody is enjoying their morning out there. We'll make it through the fog and then that'll burn off and we'll see the sun. But let's say some good mornings on our Facebook feed. So we've got good morning to Margaret Dan, which is Dan Gray, one of our journalists here. So good morning, Dan. Keep up the good work. Good morning to Karen as well. And then anybody else who wants to leave a message in there, please feel free. We can get a birthday shout out in there for you or a wedding anniversary, and just make sure you leave it in there and we will mention that. So also I want to remind everybody, you can go to our Instagram handle, which is @OnTVChannel. Give us a follow there. And what you can do is you can see behind the scenes stuff there. We're putting up other stuff like with the Weather Watcher photos, and also the Weather Minute is going to be going up there daily as well. So make sure that you do check out our Instagram. It's just another way that you can check all our stories out that are behind the scenes stuff, kind of, you know, seeing things going on in the studio as well. Okay, so here's what's going on in our radar right now. We don't have a whole lot to talk about at the moment. We do have some cloud cover here, and there is a low, my apologies, we have a cold front here that's just kind of moved its way up here. However, we have this high pressure system that's parked over top of us. And part of the reason for this, that it's over top of us right now, is due to a typhoon named Goni. I almost was going to say Goonie, but I think it's Goni. So that's part of the reason that's actually pushing some of this weather our way. Not responsible for it all, but a good portion of it is why we are seeing this extended period of warm weather. So after the chilly start of the week, which saw some snow in some areas of the province, the temperature has began to climb. And now if you're in southern Ontario, you're really seeing the heat, and you're going to see that into the mid-20s in some of the areas. So it's more like late September, early October weather for some people there. So, all right, so let's get, now that we got that out of the way, this is what you're looking at for your highs today. You're going to see between 7 to 10 degrees up between Timmins, Wawa, and Thunder Bay. And then on Sault Ste. Marie, we're going to see 15, and then 12 and 13 in Elliott Lake and Sudbury, respectively. Overnight lows, yeah, they're probably around normal in some areas. Timmins, you're at -1, 5 in Thunder Bay, and then between 4 and 3 degrees throughout the region in between Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury. Currently, we are sitting at 6 degrees out there. That fog's going to burn off. We are going to see a mix of sun and cloud. Winds will pick up a little bit though, 10 degrees northwest, not bad. UV index is 2, which is low. Even though we're going to see a lot of sun and warmth, you're not going to see the UV index that you would get in July. Tonight, a few clouds, fog patches will develop once again. We'll get down to a low of 4, and that will stay foggy until Friday morning. Then what you're going to see on Friday is 16 degrees and mix of sun and cloud once again, mainly sunny throughout the afternoon, getting down to only 10 overnight and clear. That continues almost identical on Saturday, except you're going to see a low of 9 on Saturday night, and it will be starting to cloud over a little bit for the night, but Sunday she clears right back up, 18 degrees on Sunday. Yes, this so far has been holding up. Could change by tomorrow, but let's hope it holds up. 18 degrees. Let's see if we can break some records this weekend. And we are going to see a low of 11 on Sunday night, which that's well above your normals of -1 at this time of year. So look forward to the weekend. Get out and enjoy it, because there's not going to be many chances for it. I don't like to say that we can predict the last time that we're going to see a 20-degree day, because we never know. We could see one in December. So might be the last one, may not be. We will see. But Chris and I will be back with more news right after this break. Stay tuned.
Aiden, get dressed. Buddy, no. Almost there. Lift your leg. Yeah. Aiden, get dressed.
For someone with MS, living in a body that doesn't listen to you some days
Get dressed.
can be an act of greatness.
Canada United is a movement to show local businesses some love. Right now, they could use our support more than ever. So we're asking Canadians to buy local and spread the word. And every time you watch our videos or like our posts, we'll contribute 5 cents to small business relief, starting with this video. So keep watching and tell your friends, because buying local can make a big impact. And small actions can too. Canada United. Together we can make a difference.
With over 45 years of experience, All Ontario Well Drilling offers hydrofracking and all well drilling services. Call 705-575-8088 or 705-257-9495.
And welcome back to First Local for Thursday, November the 5th. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. Thank you to Casey Securities for your sponsorship, and thank you to Wireless Com for sponsoring those beautiful pictures of the waterfront that we get to see each morning. So thank you very much to both our sponsors. Now, moving along, there has been a big increase in cases over in Chippewa County over the last few days. It was 15 yesterday. 21 yesterday, 15 today. So obviously Algoma Public Health on this side is advising people not to go over to the Michigan side, even if it's essential, to try and limit even essential travel.
Right.
Due to the rise in cases. Even people who are exempt from the federal travel restrictions and quarantine and so on, they're asking you to avoid cross-border travel and use virtual options if possible. Like, for example, if you can do a meeting, do it over Zoom. Even if you are legally allowed to go over, try and do it on Zoom. Well, in Chippewa County, protect yourself by avoiding crowded indoor spaces. Stay 2 meters apart from other people at all times. Once you're back in Algoma, protect yourself as much as possible by staying home for 14 days and not having close contact with others, especially vulnerable people such as the elderly or people who have underlying health conditions. This new advisory that they issued yesterday is in effect for 28 days, which means it will be in effect until December 2nd, at which point they will provide an update at that time on whether or not they will continue to have a cross-border travel advisory by Algoma Public Health.
Right. Okay. You like Miss Vicky's chips? Well,
not with glass.
You better not. Yeah, you better be careful. So, Miss Vicky's Canada is recalling some kettle-cooked potato chips due to possible glass contamination. The Canadian Food Inspection Agency says the products were sold online in New Brunswick, Newfoundland and Labrador, Nova Scotia, Ontario, PEI, and Quebec. Recalled products include Applewood smoked barbecue, spicy dill pickle, jalapeno, sea salt and malt vinegar, original recipe, sweet southern barbecue, sweet chili and sour cream, and assorted multi-packs. The CFIA says there has been one reported injury associated with the recall. I want some chips now. And talking about all those flavors.
Good. That's disappointing. Yeah, it's lucky only one person has been injured so far.
Yeah, because getting glass and
I can't imagine chewing glass is a good idea.
No,
even it's probably small particles, but still.
But it's enough. Even you take a bite
going up against your teeth.
Yep.
Glass,
and then it maybe going down and getting.
So make sure you check your Miss Vicky's chips, and you can actually return them as well to get your money back too. So if you did purchase Miss Vicky chips, you can return them and get your money back. Okay, so tonight. Finally, something in sports.
Yes.
Thursday night football.
Yeah.
Green Bay Packers, who are 5-2 on the season, are going up against the San Francisco 49ers, who are at 500 at 4-4. Interesting note, Thursday night football is now available to watch on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime's video streaming service, they are now showing Thursday night football games on that.
Nice.
So if you are a cord cutter like me, and you don't have the NFL's video package, the Game Pass, you can actually watch Thursday Night Football on Amazon Prime.
You can do it that way, yeah.
If you're a Packer or 49 fan or just want to watch sports in general, and you've got Prime, you can do it tonight.
And a game this weekend coming up on Sunday, NFL as well. Detroit Lions, who are 3-4 in the season, which is pretty good for them, versus the Minnesota Vikings, who are 2-5, so they have a worse record.
Yeah, so they might actually be able to. Who knows? Maybe the Lions are going to get up to 4-4 this weekend. Got a pretty easy one at 2-5. Then we got two NCAA football games this weekend in the Big Ten. 23 Michigan's taking on 13 Indiana, and Michigan State is taking on Iowa. We got to hit a short commercial break, but right after this, we will have your 7-day forecast.
Did you know that 1 in 3 people are affected by fire in their lifetime? Or that 1 in 3 fire deaths happen in homes with no working smoke alarms? You may have just seconds to safely escape a fire in your home. That's why early detection of fire is absolutely vital. Only working smoke alarms provide those precious seconds you and your family need to safely escape. Install smoke alarms on every story and outside all sleeping areas of your home. For added protection, install a smoke alarm in every bedroom. Test smoke alarms monthly by pressing the test button. If the alarm doesn't sound, install a new battery. Replace alarm batteries at least once a year and whenever the low battery warning chirps. And if the alarm still doesn't sound, replace the alarm with a new one. Smoke alarms have an expiry date. Remember to check the back of the smoke alarm for dates of manufacture. Replacement is within the time frame on the manufacturer's instructions. In most cases, 7 to 10 years. Always replace expired alarms. Remember, it's the law in Ontario to have working smoke alarms on every story of your home and outside all sleeping areas. Failure to comply with the Ontario Fire Code requirements could result in a fine or even jail time. So protect yourself and your loved ones by ensuring that all your smoke alarms are functional and up to code. For more fire safety information, please visit www.saultsaintmarie.ca/firesafe.
Good morning and welcome back on your Thursday morning. We're just after 8:26, and yes, thank you to KC Security for sponsoring the show, and thank you to wirelesscom.ca for our camera footage or camera shots rather that you see in the morning there. So let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Ooh, there we go. We had the nice change. Mike always changes it up there and makes it fancy. So we got a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that are looking pretty good. Like I mentioned, these are all well above normal seasonal temperatures, which are normally for this time of year 6 degrees during the day. We're looking at 18 by Sunday and sun. It's going to drop down slowly by Monday and Tuesday with rain showers, 10 degrees by Tuesday, and then down to 6 on Wednesday. Overnight lows as well are going to hover around double digits, and then they will drop down to 2 degrees by Wednesday and Thursday. Want to remind everybody too to go to our Instagram if you want to check out our weather minute. It's going to be put up there as well. So you go, it's at On TV channel, and you can follow us there. We appreciate that, and of course you can see behind the scenes stuff as well. And let's look at our Weather Watcher photo, which they also go up on Instagram too. This is from Ineki. And this is from the Netherlands. Again, wow. She's got, this is before the rain was coming in. She sends us some regular photos now. So this is Almere, Netherlands. So thank you to Ineki for sending that in. Send your photos and videos, weather related, to ontvweather@gmail.com. Include your name and location, and we will get them up on the show and SiouxOnline.com.
Yeah, I think she's the one that's actually coming here for school at Sioux College. But was waiting on her education.
Because she's one of our regular. I don't think she's in here today.
Yeah, she messaged me a while ago.
Oh, okay.
And asked me about the school situation and stuff. So, but that was like way before even the school year. So, okay. Some exciting news. Speaking of younger people, a Batchewana First Nation member is competing in the Miss World pageant. Now, this is at the Canada stage, so we're still at the national stage here. So her name is Michaela Agawa, and she's competing in the Miss World Canada 2020 pageant. Now, because of COVID-19, like normally you see the pageants, you see them on TV, they do the runway walk and what their talents are and things like that. A little different now because of COVID-19. So she's actually in Toronto right now, and they're competing, but it started on October the 30th, and it's still going on now. Because everything has to be social distance. They have to be separated. These are actually pictures from last year, so don't worry, that's not this year with them not social distancing. But this is a longer campaign this year, obviously. She's honoring her heritage both in dress, dance, and song. And you can vote for her up until November the 6th at 9 p.m. If you go to our site, you can get the link through. And every vote counts, obviously, just like the American election. So all of the candidates who've made it to the final are there for you to vote for, and she's there. So you can go to our website. The story's up there, and you can click through. It's called catchthecrown.com/pageant/Miss World Canada 2020 if you want to know the actual URL, but you can just click through there. And this is the preliminary stage to get to the Miss World competition. So very congratulations to Miss Agawa on that.
Very close to local.
Yeah. Now, we will be back later in the day with Doug Ford's budget, basically, so they can give us a fiscal update on what's going on. So make sure you come back later in the day for that. Watch our socials. We'll let you know when it is going to be on. But have a fantastic morning.
Take care, everyone.